If you're someone who dreams big, how do you actually get what you want? How do you achieve big goals without just being a daydreamer? There's an approach here that is fairly simple, but I think you'll find very, very useful. The thing that most people do, and essentially the thing that you've been told, doesn't work. All of your favorite stories have deceived you. It's this idea that the way you achieve success is by basically digging deep in that final moment. The hero in the most desperate final hour when all hope is almost lost, the hero has like this moment of, remembering the master's voice or picturing the faces of those he set out to avenge or something, right? And then he gets himself up one more time, or he goes into Super Saiyan mode, having the courage to dig deeper and find that final bit of resolve and stand up again. That's how you win. This is something that really does carry over from these stories that we grow up with and that are everywhere in our culture into the behaviors and into how we act in life. In the book So Good They Can't Ignore You, Cal Newport gives this as an example where he shows that there seems to be among entrepreneurs and people seeking to advance their careers, there seems to be this idea that what you need to do is kind of take a courageous leap, where apparently all you have to do is have the courage to follow your dreams and then everything will work out. Once you have the courage to follow your dreams and just take the leap and start that dream business or change careers just because, you want to and you didn't have the courage to until now. Like once you do that, everything's gonna be fine. Unfortunately, in reality, this almost never works out. You generally can't accomplish big goals by just kind of bringing out the courage to try really hard. And taking a leap is often a bad idea. If you go, okay, now I'm quitting my job and I'm starting this new thing, even though I have no idea if it's gonna work or not. That's almost never a great approach. The reason this doesn't work is because there's no connection between those future goals and your current present action. There is a fairly simple way in which you can think about this to make that connection. And this is a path to success that actually works. And it goes like this. You have your goal, and from your goal, you want to derive key skills. Instead of thinking it's just a matter of trying really hard or wanting it a lot, or it's a matter of whether this is my passion or not, think of it as it's a matter of skill. Being able to work in your dream career, in your dream position, or being able to build your dream business successfully is a matter of your skills. It is the person with the right combination of highly valuable skills that gets the job or that becomes successful. And the good news is your goal informs you about the key skills you need. You can look at your goal and you can ask yourself, what kind of a person achieves this goal? A good question to ask is, if I had this skill, like fill in the blank, then achieving this outcome would be really easy. Or in other words, what skills, if you had them, would make achieving your big goal easy? If you ask yourself this question and you're still not sure, then again, there's a simple solution. You can look at other people who have achieved this kind of goal or similar goals, and you can look at, well, what are their skills? What are these people really good at? From the goal, you derive the key skills, and from your key skills, you derive habits. So here the question is, what do I need to do every single day in order to get really good at this key skill? This is simply how you connect present action to the desired outcome, to the future goals. Your habits build the skills that help you achieve your goals. A really simple example of this is you want to become a best-selling author. What's a key skill you need? You need to be a really good writer. What's a habit that makes you a good writer? You need to write every day. A disciplined daily writing habit builds the writing skill you need in order to be able to write a best-selling book. For many goals, it's not quite that clear-cut. It's usually a little more complicated, a little more fuzzy, but it follows the same kind of logic. And here's some examples just from my own career. I was exploring the world of online business and I learned how to build websites, but I didn't know how to get traffic to those websites. And I was like, okay, I need to get visitors to these websites. And I identified SEO, search engine optimization, as a key skill. I determined that if I get really good at search engine optimization, which is essentially making sure that people searching for stuff on Google find my website, if I get good at that, then I get the result I want, which is having these websites make money for me. So key skill, get good at SEO. Daily habit, I basically spent hours every day writing content, optimizing content, and doing all kinds of SEO stuff to get backlinks and so on and so forth. I was doing the work, the SEO work, every single day, and I did that for many years, and the end result was I had a bunch of websites that made money. Later on, I wanted to start a software business, and I had a very ambitious plan. I had a big dream, a big vision of the kind of business I wanted to build. And I was very aware that I lacked most of the skills needed to start a business like this. And for one thing, I had never developed software before. And so I determined that software development, it's not a single skill, but it's like a multitude of skills that go into that. That's what I have to get good at. I have to get good at being able to, write specifications for software, work with developers, do the testing, etc., etc. I have to get good at all of that. And so how do I do that? By developing software. So basically, I started a series of small software projects, all very small scale, narrow scope, so that I could quickly get in multiple repetitions of doing that. And that led to the daily habit of that's the kind of work I was doing. I was writing specifications, communicating with developers, doing all this stuff that was building the skill of I now know how software development works. And eventually, that led me to a skill level where I could start this big software business that I'd been dreaming of. So as you can see, it's not always as straightforward as just having a single skill to focus on or develop, but you can clearly identify a set of skills. And you can often practice that set of skills all at once in the same kind of thing. So for me, developing small software projects was the most straightforward way to develop the entire stack of skills I needed to eventually be able to start and run a large software project. So that's it. And I'm sure you agree, once you've seen this, it seems pretty obvious, but most of us don't do this by default. So once again, the simple idea is that it is your daily habits that gives you the skills that you need to achieve your goals. I recommend that you do this right now with whatever your biggest goal is. Ask yourself, what are the key skills that would get me there? And what are the daily habits that get me those skills? And see how well that covers with your current daily habits. Are you currently doing the things that lead to the skills you need that lead to your goals? Let me know what you find when you ask yourself this question by leaving a comment below. And also, if you have other questions on this topic, on how to acquire these skills more effectively, or anything else that comes to mind, feel free to leave a comment.